there! Welcome back to my channel. So today I did this look that I'm wearing right now, which was Kendall Jenner inspired. She had this gorgeous makeup look on, this kind of winged out eyeliner with a peachy orange colour through the crease and a really shimmery lid, and then a kind of raspberry red lip, and barely, not too much contouring, a really natural contour and loads of highlighting. So that's the look that I did today. Obviously I don't really look like Kendall, we have different colour hair and stuff, but you have to use your imagination. So I hope that you enjoyed this look. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to see more of my videos, and I'll see you very soon for my next one. Bye! So to start off, I mixed my Rimmel Matte Perfection foundation in the shade 100 Ivory with my MAC Strobe Cream to give me more of a dewy foundation. I really took my time blending out this foundation as well because Kendall's skin looked flawless in the picture and I wanted mine to look the same. So that's why I fast forwarded it so much. For concealer, I'm using the Revlon Colourstay concealer in the lighter shade they have. I'm just kind of putting this over my blemishes, under my eyes, anywhere I want to bring light to my face or cover anything up. Now I'm using the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Eden, which I always use nearly every single day. And then next is actually a new product that I got, which is the Wet n Wild Coverall Concealer Palette. I'm using the highlighter shade down my nose and then going back in with the concealer shade on my chin because I found that the liquid concealer didn't give me enough coverage around there. The salmon shade in this concealer palette is actually really good for under eyes as well because it cancels out all that blueness and it really brightened up my eyes. Then I took a little bit more of that highlight shade and did a really intense highlight down my nose and down around my mouth, just at the sides there, the places that you want to highlight, because Kendall's face was extremely highlighted in this picture. But I'm just using a little bit and dusting it all over kind of. Because it's a cream product, it really blended in with the skin much better than a powder would. As you can see, this look is all about the skin and the lips, so I'm really focusing a lot of time on the highlighting. So for the orangey shade that Kendall uses on her lids, I used this shade from Wet n Wild Greed palette. Just focus this in the crease really, because that's all she had in her crease. And it does come up a little washed up on camera, especially at the end, but it is a lot more orange in real life. Also, this really blended out beautifully into her skin, so I'm just taking my time blending it, going back and forth over and over. Then I'm using one of my favourite highlight shades, this one from the Rimmel Brixton Brown palette, and I'm just putting this in the middle of my lid because she had a really shimmery lid colour on that was just slightly noticeable. Here I'm just taking a little bit of that orange shade and putting it underneath my eyes. And then for the winged out eyeliner, I'm just using some random liquid eyeliner that I had in my makeup bag. I don't even know where it's from because the label has rubbed off, but I think it's Rimmel. And I tend to use this with an angled brush because I don't like the applicator on the actual eyeliner itself. Also, this could help a lot of people if they're having trouble with the applicators or putting it on really precisely, because I feel like with a brush you have more control. Also, when you look closely at the picture, Kendall had a really thin line of the same colour liner just on her bottom lash line. So I'm just bringing this down, whatever was left on my brush. I'm not reapplying any. I'm just using it to define my eyes slightly. Then I'm using this tiny little Rimmel Scandalized eyeliner in the shade Nude. This is all I have left of it. And I'm placing that on my waterline because she definitely had some kind of white or nude eyeliner in there. And then time for mascara. For my brows, I'm just brushing them out with this little mascara spoolie, and then I'm using this other new product that I just got. It's also from Wet n Wild because it's pretty much all my chemist stocks and it was down the road. So this is in the shade Taupe, I believe, and it's just a pencil. I really like it so far. And Kendall's brows were just really nice and arched and kind of wispy at the front and darker as they got to the end. Then I took some of that highlighter shade from the concealer palette and just put it on my brow bone. Here I'm using MAC Strobe Cream just down that line of my cheekbone, just to intensify the highlight even more. So from looking at the picture, it's actually hard to tell if Kendall's wearing full-on stripped fake eyelashes, so I just put a few individual lashes towards the outer corner of my eye because that's where her lashes got really fluttery and long. Like I mentioned in the beginning, Kendall doesn't really have a strong contour in this picture, so I just used the concealer from that little palette that I showed because it's slightly darker than my foundation and definitely darker than the areas that I lightened up with the lighter concealer. And I'm just putting this where I would put my bronzer, but it actually gives a really nice natural contour. For a lot of people this would be way too light, so just adjust the shade according to your skin tone. Then I just went back in with some more highlighter. I know I've done this a few times, but when you've done your makeup and then you go back and look and some bits aren't as noticeable, so that's what I was doing here and adding some to the top of my brows. Then it was time for lips, so I used this NYX lip liner in this kind of dark browny red colour, and I'm just going to fill the outside line of my lips and also fill in my lips kind of, just to make the colour more intense, and also it helps to mattify the lipstick a little bit. So I ended up using 3 shades to get Kendall's lip colour, but it's not necessary at all. I would recommend using the first and last shade that I used in the end. And this first one is Kate Moss for Rimmel, the red one. I think it's the shade number 107. If I'm wrong, I will caption here. But I just filled in my lips with that red, and then I went over with this purple shade from Coverall in the colour Embrace, but I didn't need to do that step. So I just blotted this here, and then I ended up going back in with this Wet n Wild Mauve Outta one, which is the one that I think really made the red turn into more of a raspberry. And I think you just need a red and a slightly purpley pink look to get the same lip colour as Kendall. To get the same effect as Kendall, I used this natural coloured blush, and I kind of used it in the same way I would use a contour. I put some on my cheeks as blusher and then pulled it up backwards into my cheekbones a little bit and a tiny bit on my forehead because, like I said, her contour was really natural and just kind of looked like skin colour. And that is pretty much it for this look. So it's all lips and winged eyeliner and glowy skin. So I hope you enjoyed this look. Please like it if you did and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you soon for my next one. Bye!